Do women prefer a provider or do women prefer a trick? And what's the difference between the two? Because they both contribute money. They both lead with their money. But what's the difference? You know what? I have a better question for you. What is it that women actually want from men? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, today I have a clip for you guys where there is a woman who is telling you how women think and how they choose, but most importantly, how they actually view men. So again, make sure you comment your thoughts under this video, like the video, and then subscribe to the channel because I am posting daily content. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is my goal. So here we go.
A lot of y'all are taking tricks seriously and then getting upset when a trick does what a trick does. I mean, because baby, you can't be focused on trying to find a man that's just gonna trick on you when y'all first get together, and then you try to take the trick seriously. And then not only do you take the trick seriously, but then you get mad when the trick does what the trick does, and he starts playing around with other women and spending his money on other women. Oh my God. But you forgot that you was looking for a trick though. Okay,
now she's used that word a whole bunch. So my question is, how long has this woman been in this lifestyle and how much experience does it sound like she actually has? Check out her body language, but let's continue.
Nobody's having this conversation, but you cannot take a trick seriously, okay, mama? Like, there's a difference between a trick and a provider. And if you're looking for a man who's gonna be making sure your life is the way it's supposed to be on a daily basis with consistency, okay, you're looking for a provider.
The way it's supposed to be. This is why the women are crashing out.
A lot of you women are like taking advice and snagging these tricks, and then y'all are crashing out.
So you just gonna come to my house and me and come all in my mouth and you're not gonna phone? No. I swear to God, I swear. Hello. Don't you hang up again. Because if you hang up, I'm gonna bust all your windows out.
Look what you did to my car.
Oh.
Look what this kid did to my car. His dad is home.
When he does what it is that he does, you can't do that. So I'm gonna need y'all to come to terms with what it is that you want out of a man, okay? And then it's gonna take different things if you're looking for a different result.
I hope you guys saw what I saw. This woman has a ton of experience. This woman has so many Johnsons that she has serviced that you can see the sadness building up in her. Now, honestly, when women look at men, we can see that women are looking at the majority of men as tricks. Now, they hope and they wish that you are a provider, but the way that they see you is a trick. Now, why would a woman crash out? Well, the reasons why a woman would crash out is because, one, it's hard to find a good trick. Right now, what do I mean by a good trick? He's either attractive, really good in bed, or he provides a lifestyle that she has never seen, or he has a lifestyle that she actually wants. Right? See, there's a difference between all men. And the difference between us is the experience that a woman gets with us. The way that she's going to experience life with me will be completely different in how she experiences life being with you versus another guy and that other guy and that other guy. And this is something that women know. The other reasons why women crash out is because they didn't realize that they were replaceable. They didn't realize that this man doesn't need them and he will find another her tomorrow, in an hour, 30 minutes from now. In fact, he may even have that woman bring her replacement, meaning she didn't know that this woman was going to replace her, but this woman definitely will. Now, why would that woman do something like that? Because at the end of the day, it's all about money. Now, what is the difference between a provider and a trick? Well, this is a real simple but easy conversation to have. Now, it's not easy because men don't want to be tricks. Men would love to be providers because of the consistency. But while we're talking about the consistency between a trick and a provider, is this: with a trick, he's consistently looking for other women because he has the income to be able to do so, while the provider is looking to give a certain lifestyle on a consistent basis to one woman. Right? The provider is the guy that's going to deal with the woman's BS.
It would trigger him to come back at me with things where I was like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Whereas the trick, he does not have to deal with that. The trick is like, you know what? Come over, bend over. He's going to jump up and down, and then he's going to give you money and tell you to get out, get on. Right? Get on with your life. Right? Now, the woman is going to accept this at first, or she's going to continuously accept this until she realizes, wait a minute, I got to do this with him, them, and them too. Eventually, this woman will get tired of this. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because men, we don't realize how this actually affects us in relationships. Now, what I mean by that is this: we're trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? And baby, please give me another chance, because I'm gonna do right this time. I promise I'm gonna send you a good morning text or a good afternoon text, baby, please. Right? But that's not the issue. Her issue is she's bored and she's looking for something else. The consistency that she has in her mind is she consistently wants to go out. She consistently wants to do things that cost money, that you may not have money for, right? Because that guy with the discretionary income who could give her money whenever he's ready, she doesn't realize that he's only giving her money when he has it, right? So when she gets with the provider may not always have it. Another difference between the provider and the trick is the provider is looking at the woman as irreplaceable, which goes in the woman's favor, whereas the trick is looking at this woman as completely replaceable, which does not go in her favor. And again, this is the reason why she's crashing out. Now, why do women forget that they're actually looking for a provider? Is because they're looking for a relationship. They forget that they actually want a man. It's different when you consistently show up to family functions and other type of events and you have to put +1, or nobody knows who this person is that you're bringing, or you show up by yourself. Now, for men, including myself, you get to a point to where you're okay with being by yourself. In fact, you get to a point to where you prefer to be by yourself, because now if you like where you at or what you're doing, you can stay or you can leave. You don't have to hope that the other person wants to leave or hope that the other person wants to stay, right? You actually get to control your time and your schedule much better. Another reason why women forget is because they want to be the golden box. In their mind, they have the golden badge. They have the badge that they know will keep a man. Then they get reminded that if you're dealing with a guy who's paying, then he's going to replace you. You do not have a golden badge. Even if you have special tricks, he's going to be looking at the other woman to see if she has some special tricks, or he's going to be hoping that she does. The main two reasons why women forget this, or they get reminded of this, is when they get older, right? Now, when they get older, or they start to see that there's a younger, way more attractive woman than her, and that woman is getting the attention and the money that she was getting. She can see now that the guys on her list, the guys that are constantly rotating her, now they either don't have as much money, or they're not as attractive, or not as good in bed, or they don't possibly care about the chemistry and the connection. Again, this is the reason why women are crashing out, because they're having better experiences with certain guys. But this is what I have learned about women. Not only are they living in a fantasy land, but They want that fantasy to stay a fantasy, meaning if it becomes a reality, if she takes the trick serious or if she stays with the provider, she will at some point in time be unsatisfied. You can see it right here in this woman's face. She doesn't look satisfied with her life as far as her being the lady of the night, right? She doesn't look happy to be that, but she looks like she has accepted it. Again, this is affecting all of us because we can't tell which women are actually dateable, marriageable, right? Like we can't tell, and we can't really see because they're all dressing the same, talking the same, acting the same, and doing the same things. When I say that women listen to other women, they're listening, but they're not listening thoroughly. For instance, this woman said, you have to figure out which way or which guy or which lifestyle you actually want, right? Do you want the provider or do you want the trick? Because those are two different lifestyles. That reminds me of what I'm telling you guys when I say adapt to dating, because you really don't know a woman until you see her and how she moves, or unless you're actually paying attention to what she's saying. Now, I'm not telling you that she's going to be telling the truth, but there will be truths in some of the things that she's saying. For instance, if this woman is going through a divorce, right? There's a difference between going through a divorce and actually being divorced. Now, going through a divorce just means that it was talked about, right? It doesn't mean that paperwork was filed. When the divorce is finalized, that lets you know that this is actually a free woman. I'm saying that because when I go on dates and I hear these different things, or when I'm on the dating apps and a woman is telling me certain things, I start to pay attention to the interaction, how fast she responds, when she responds, what she's willing to do versus what she's not willing to do, meaning driving to me or me having to drive to her. There's certain things that happen when a woman is in a situation that she doesn't want to be in. Guys, always remember this, because they're telling us a woman will emotionally leave a relationship before she physically leaves the relationship. This is why my message is adapt, but most importantly, focus on you. Focus on your purpose. Purpose breaks down into two things. You're a helper or you are a creator. If you're a creator, then you're putting things together, and the helpers are helping you get it out to the masses. All you have to do is figure out which one you want to be, and then be the superstar in that role, whatever it is. But again, it is your choice. So understand that while you're reinventing yourself. Now, while you're doing that, you're going to be working on your mind, your body, your soul, and your finances. Those things are important. For instance, this whole video was about men having money, whether you're a provider or whether you are a trick. The problem that the majority of women will always have is they don't understand that a man with money is rare. That's why I'm telling you to get your finances together, get into stocks, figure out how to utilize credit to make more money, right? Because when you do these things, you put yourself in that rare category. Now you get a different access to life. That access to life will allow you to live out some of your fantasies. Again, money is not everything, but it is a tool, and it is a tool to be used. But I have a question for you. What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you are watching these videos, you are becoming the best version of yourself. Now that this video is done, do me a huge favor. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.